Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. For those of you who know me already, welcome back to my channel. And for those of you who don't know me already, my name is Dragos Pepina and I'm a pet portrait artist based in Belgium. In today's video I'm going to show you guys how to use a slice knife. It is a very nice tool, very helpful, and you create amazing details and highlights with it. I started using it just a few months ago. I saw it at other artists on Instagram and I was very curious what was that tool they were using. So I made a research and I found out it was a slice tool and it works amazing with color pencils, and that's why I want to show you how to use it. Without further ado, let's get into the video. I want to mention as well that this isn't a promoted video and I'm not getting any money from mentioning this product. For this video we will need a black pencil, and I'm going to use the one from Faber-Castell Polychromas, but you can use which color you want. I'm going to use black because I want to create highlights with the slice tool, and I think they are going to be able to be seen the best on a black surface. I'm going to use as well a white pencil. I'm going to use the one from Caran d'Ache, and of course the main tool, which is the slice tool, and I'm going to use this one. It has a very pointy tip, perfect to create fine and small details, and you can as well turn it to adjust it for your preference. I like to use it like this because it's easier for my hand to create the highlights. I'm going to start by applying a very dark layer. It is very important to have as many layers as possible when you use the slice tool, because if you don't have enough layers, you can scrape off the pigment from the paper and you won't achieve the highlight you want. So I'm going to apply a very hard pressure now. Press as hard as you can because you need to put that pigment on the paper so you can create those highlights later on. So I'm applying a very hard pressure. And now I'm going to come back with my white pencil to burnish everything up a bit, so to be able to create more layers. And it is going to turn into a dark gray, but I want as many layers as possible because the slice tool is all about scraping off some pigment from a paper. And if you have a lot of layers, you are going to be able to create better highlights and scrape them off easier. I'm going to show you how later on, but for now just apply as many layers as possible. So now I'm applying my white pencil. I'm applying a very hard pressure. And now I'm going to come back with my black pencil to apply another layer. So it is going to turn black again. Don't use a slice tool if you have just one layer down, because you're not going to be able to achieve those highlights and you're not going to be able to scrape up the pigment from the paper. I did this mistake in the beginning because I didn't understand why it doesn't work. But by applying more layers, I figured out that that's the way to do it. Not just by applying one layer. The key was to apply as many layers as possible, and it is going to scrape up so easy. You're going to see later on that it is amazing what can you achieve with that. As you can see, it's black again. I'm going to come back for one last time with my white pencil to burnish it even more by applying a hard pressure. And now coming back with my black pencil again to add my last layer. And after I'm going to show you guys how to use the slice tool and what an amazing result can you achieve with it. So my layers are all down. I'm going to use my slice tool to create those highlights. And for example, I use this slice tool for creating highlights in the fur, and you can see how easy, look, It's amazing how fast can you scrape it off just by applying a very light pressure. And I use this slice tool in my fur to achieve very fast and nice highlights in the fur and to give the fur a shiny effect. So I'm just applying a light pressure and scraping off a bit of the pigment. You can as well press harder if you want a stronger highlight, but as well press lighter if you just want not a very visible highlight. Everything is possible with this slice tool. And another tip is always, after you scraped off the pigment from the paper with the slice tool, always come back with a white pencil to make them brighter, and you can see how easy and how fast can you make those highlights and how bright they look just by using a white pencil on top of them. See? Very fast. But you can't do all of this without not having enough layers down. Before starting out, make sure you edit enough layers so you can avoid being disappointed in the end when you're not going to notice the difference. I'm going to cover them up now. See how easy it is to cover them up. You barely can see. You can't see them anymore. So if you change your mind and you don't want the highlights to be there, just cover it up and create new ones. It doesn't affect your paper because you are just scraping those layers you just added. You're not damaging the paper, so that's also a plus of this tool. It doesn't ruin your paper. And you can see now I can add as many layers as I want and as many highlights as I want. And now come back with my white pencil. If I want to create a highlight in the eye and I don't want it to be very light, I just scrape off a bit of the pigment, like here. And I'm adding a very, very light pressure. I don't want to create a very bright highlight. And voila, I have a medium highlight in the eye. And as well, if I want to create a very, very bright highlight in the eye, instead of using my white gel pen, I'm going to use my slice tool. I'm going to create a dot here and come back with my white pencil and apply a very, very, very hard pressure until I achieve the brightness I want. And you can see that I have achieved a very, very light highlight. If you use all kind of highlights in the eye, you're going to give it a lot of realism because the eye is not only made of black and white, it has also like here grayish highlights, and they really increase the realism of your drawing. I'm going to try to create now a highlight between those two, like a medium highlight, and I'm just going to apply again a very, very, very light pressure and come back with my white pencil. And as you can see, I created a highlight, but it's between this and this one. It is not very dark, as well not very light. It is a medium, so you can create all kind of highlights. And I use this tool always on my drawings. It is amazing. And now I'm going to show you how can you create nice details. For example, if you are drawing a dog and you want to make a leash and you have some small dots or small details into the leash, you can just do it with the slice tool. I'm going again to add a lot of layers. I'm going to speed this up a bit, guys, because I already explained to you how to do it in this demonstration here. And basically I'm going to do the same thing here, just apply a lot of layers until I achieve the numbers of layers I want. I just finished applying the number of layers I wanted. And now I'm going to show you how to create more details. For example, as I said before, in the dog leash, if you are drawing a dog portrait. So this is for example, this is a part of the leash and it has some very small details on it. For example, some small dots on both sides. I'm going to use just the tip of my slice tool to create a very small dot. So this is for very fine and small details. And now, of course, I'm going to come back with my white pencil and try to brighten those details up. So I just sharpen my pencil. It is very important to have the tip of your pencil very sharp when you're creating small and fine details. I'm going to come back to the dots I just made with my slice tool. I'm going to apply a slightly hard pressure because they are very small details and I don't want to ruin them. I just want to build my layers gradually. And now I'm going to come back with my black pencil and try to refine some of those dots. As you can see, I achieved very nice details. And you can as well make like lines, like curved details, zigzag details. And again, use your white pencil on top of them to make them brighter. Of course, only if you want to make them brighter. If you want to keep them like that, feel free to do it. You can decide how bright you want your highlights to be. I always like my highlights to be very bright. So I'm going to follow the mark I just made with my slice tool and make those brighter. Going to apply a harder pressure here to show you that you can create even more effects. So you can apply here in the middle a harder pressure to create the illusion of a very shiny spot here in the middle. And you can apply a slightly hard pressure towards the end to make a nice gradient, but I think I need to apply harder pressure here to create a brighter highlight. And now I'm going to come back with my black pencil just to refine those edges a bit because they are a bit too thick. And what I like to do as well when using this method is to come with my white gel pen and to add even brighter details, for example here in the middle, to create the illusion of very bright middle, and as well on the other details. And I know I didn't mention the white gel pen into the materials you need for this video, but this is like an extra tip. But for your information, I'm using this one from Signo. It is a Signo Uniball and it's very good quality, and it is a white ink pen. And I'm going to show you one more demonstration and the last one. And now I'm going to show you how to create a very nice gradient with the slice tool, and I'm going to start out again by creating a circle. And now I'm going to fill it in with the black pencil and to use the same method as here, just by adding a lot of layers. And I'm going to start out by scraping off as much pigment as I can to create a very light area. And now I'm going to try to scrape off a bit less pigment because I want to create like a medium highlight here. So I'm being very careful not to scrape off too much. And towards the end, barely touching the paper and scraping as less pigment as possible. I'm going to come back with my black pencil to make this area here a bit darker. And now I'm going to come with my white pencil and to create that very nice gradient. And I'm going to start out here on this side where the lightest part is. I'm going to apply very hard pressure to create a very strong highlight. And here I'm trying to apply as less pressure as possible because I don't want my highlight to be very dark there. And as you can see, I start to get a very nice gradient and a very smooth transition between the light and the dark. You just need to take your time and to be careful with the pressure. Now I'm going to try to apply a bit more pressure here to blend those in a bit. And now I'm going to use my black pencil to add a bit more darkness here, to create even more contrast and to make this highlight here pop out even more. Because if you want to create realistic drawings, you need to make very strong contrast between the light and the dark. Otherwise your drawing would look plain and you want to achieve a realism effect. And I think it is done. I think it looks pretty good, and you can see how easy I could achieve that just by using my slice tool and a white pencil and the black pencil a bit in the end. So this tool has a lot of benefits and I really love using it. Okay guys, that's all for today's video. I really hope you enjoyed it and you found it very useful. What I said in this video, it was from my own experience from using the slice tool for quite a few months now. If you want to see more, please subscribe to my channel and press the bell button to be notified every time I post a new video. And as well, please like my video, it can help my channel a lot and I will be very grateful. Have a nice day. Bye guys, see you in the next one.